Okay, I'm doing everything all backwards because I'm high and I got confused. I started recording and then realized I wanted to make a TikTok at the same time. So I was like, let me stop recording, but I could just edit that part out, so it doesn't really matter. Hi everybody, welcome to today's video. I haven't filmed a video in a long time. I haven't been consistent ever in my life, but I'm trying, goddamn. I am trying my best. Today's video is going to be a bacon beat, so I've obviously smoked already, and now I'm going to get to my makeup. And while doing it, I wrote down some things kind of just to chat about. These are all from like my perspective and about what's best for me. So I'm not trying to like give advice. If anybody relates to this and can relate to some of the things I'm saying, that's cool, but I just want to be clear, like I'm not trying to like give solid advice. I want to try something today, which is going to be really awkward because I have internet service people coming in like 2 hours. The eye look that I'm going for today is something that I've seen on TikTok a bunch of times, and it's these white dots that you put on like 4 places around your eye. I don't know what the point is, but it looks cool and I want to try it. Mental health is hard. Relationships are hard, and self-care is hard. Those are like, I feel, the 3 things this year that I've really had to like put a lot of time into working on. Spent a lot of this year inside, but a lot of things happened this year as well, just in my life. There were, lots of losses, but there were also a lot of positives. So I don't want this video to be like a sad video. I've been working on my mental health a lot more than ever before. I did therapy. I have recently gotten back into doing yoga, which has been really good. I got into tarot, which has been really good for me. I always feel like I've been like a spiritual being. I've always been obsessed, obviously, with the fact that I'm a Scorpio. I've always liked stars. Like, I know when I was little and stuff, like my grandma and my mom would always buy me stuff that had stars on it because I really like stars and moons and like planets. And I've just always had an interest in that, and like on a different side, like aliens and stuff. Like, I've just always been more interested in like kind of the unknown. But I also feel like I've always been a really spiritual being. And this year I've kind of tapped into that, not as much as I want to. And a lot of that comes from just being overwhelmed. So, I mean, it all ties back to my mental health. I'm being treated for ADHD now with Adderall, and I don't know, I guess I feel like it helps. But what I've kind of learned is at the beginning of the year and up until honestly a few weeks ago, I feel like my biggest battle was my depression. But I actually started taking vitamin D supplements and magnesium glycerin, I think. I'm not sure. Some magnesium. And my mood has like improved tremendously. I knew that I was vitamin D deficient because I got blood work done a few weeks ago, and my doctor told me that I needed to take more vitamin D. And one of my other doctors told me that I should take magnesium. So I've been taking both of those. But something that still lingers is my anxiety. And my anxiety gets even worse when I smoke. Like, I feel like I'm always anxious, but when I smoke, I'll have like panic attacks. Like, sometimes I just feel like I'm not doing enough and I'm not good enough. So then I don't want to continue to do something because I'm like, oh, what's the point? Like, and I'm not really thinking clearly to do my other things that I want to do and explore and create, etc. because I'm so focused on like these little things and focusing on, oh, well, this sucks, instead of, okay, well, what can I do? Sometimes I also feel like I'm like, wow, like I'm really out here just talking to a camera, but I'm like, this is what I watch other people do. Like, this is what I've always wanted to do. And I have so much of the equipment that I've wanted, but now that I have it, I'm just like overwhelmed by it. And I don't know like what that feeling is or what causes that or why I don't create the content that I want to create now that I have the items to do so. But another great thing that's happened this year, which it actually just happened yesterday, I paid off all of my credit card debt. I then went and spent a lot of money. But the point is, all the debt that I got myself into this year, which I'll get into why all that happened next, I paid it all off. And this month I paid off my car. So I'm kind of like debt free for the first time in a really long time. I quit my job because they kind of would just have you do a lot for a little. And it's just not worth my time to do that. I then had to go look for another job I applied for a really long time though. Like it was like a good month of like applying for jobs. I also was very picky on the type of work that I wanted to do because I figured I would just do customer support again because I didn't want to go back into another situation where I was applying for like video editor jobs, and I just didn't want to be in a place again where I was unhappy making content, because then that like bled over to like real life too, because I was just so overwhelmed with making content all day. And it was content I didn't even really like, so then I just wasn't really inspired to make any content at all. I've also learned that I can't work full time. Like, I know that that's not something that everybody has access to. So again, that's why I said at the beginning, this video is not an advice video. This video is just literally what's been happening in my life, what's been working for me, by me, to me, etc. So, because I know I can say this stuff and people are gonna be like, well, I can't just take off. Like, I get it, but then you as an individual need to find what works for you. This is just what works for me and my family and my household. So just throwing that out there. But I work part-time, and then the rest of the time, you know, I want to say take care of myself, but I really struggle to get that out there because that would be like a lie. But I'm gonna do my brows real quick. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was the reason that like I won't do something is I'll be like, okay, I want to film a video or I want to make a TikTok or something, but I don't like the way my face looks without makeup. So I have to do like a whole face of makeup to like make the content I want. And it's like, I shouldn't really care like what my skin looks like. Like that shouldn't be the thing that's holding me back from making content, but it is. My skin's always been really messed up. Hormones have not made it any better. They've made it consistently worse. And I have really bad anxiety, which is why I have like my spinner ring and everything, because I just constantly have to be doing something. And prior to my little ring here, which I only got the other day, a lot of it would be like face picking, hair pulling, all of that sort of stuff. So that's kind of like my own personal thing that I struggle with, but it affects like my motivation to like make content. So working through that with myself, and also started a skincare routine, and I've been pretty consistent with it. So hoping that that is good enough. I need to look at a picture of this. Oh, this is supposed to hypnotize people into falling in love with you. Okay, well, you guys will see if you're in love with me by the end of this video. There's just been a lot of things, and it's just been a lot of like me trying to figure out me and what I want for me this year. But I honestly think I've been doing a pretty good job. Like, I've made a lot of mistakes this year, which I'm like thankful for, because if I didn't make those mistakes, I would still be like, I think more toxic to like myself and probably those around me, because I would still be stuck in the same ways. But because I learned lessons from that stuff happening, I feel like now I'm just in a better place mentally. Recently, I've just been trying to like enjoy what I've been doing. I started drawing emotes. I drew my own emotes for Twitch. I really like them. Like, I think I did a really good job. And I think that I have like potential in doing it as like a thing. So I might switch up my roots. Like, I love all the stuff that I have. I love like all the stuff that originally I bought for live streaming, but I just don't feel like I need to only live stream. Like, I feel like I can just use this to like enhance other things that I do, if that makes any sense. And my other thing is like, I have so many it's always weird to say this, but like I have so many talents. There are just like a lot of things that I've been trained to do because I've had to be a one-trick pony at times in the past. So that's just been something that has, you know, stuck with me. I've always been like too, I don't know if it's embarrassed or what, but I've never wanted to like fully commit to like any one thing. So I'm realizing now I can just do a little bit of everything and I don't have to do all of it on one platform. Like I felt like I needed to do every single thing on Twitch, but it's not true. Like I can do some things like makeup or talking or whatever I want to do, or projects that I want to do, like film things and edit. Like I can do that on YouTube because that's a good space for that. And if I want to like just like hang out and play video games, like it doesn't have to be like a big production, because I show production value in other aspects of content that I create. And I'm just like trying to let myself know that that's okay, because even though I say this now, like when I'm on Twitch and I see other Twitch creators kind of just doing everything on Twitch, it just makes me feel like I need to do everything on there too, but I don't. In terms of like what's been going on with my life, I feel like, as I mentioned, I think I started getting back into yoga. So I've been doing yoga, not every day, and I'm okay with that. I do it, you know, usually at least 3 to 4 times a week. Just something to get my body moving and like calm my mind. Until I get to the place where I can start getting into like more intense workouts and stuff. But I kind of need to like ease my way into it. So I've been doing that. I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok. I've been cleaning up my house. I'm actually decorating for Christmas. I have a Christmas tree back here. And I have another Christmas tree coming today for the living room. My eye shapes are so different. It's so hard to like do eyeliner evenly. They're sisters, not twins. But yeah, I feel like I don't really have much in terms of like updates, anything else. Like I feel like I kind of talked about everything that's like been on my mind, everything that's happened this year, what I've been learning, what I'm still working on. Like, you know, we're still evolving. We're not at our final form. Who knows if we'll ever reach our final form, but we are in a place, we're in a better place. And yeah, I think the rest of this video is probably just gonna be a little more focused on this eye look, this TikTok trend. But just wanted to throw that little update in there as well. You know, sound off in the comments. Let me know how you've been. Maybe 1 or 2 things you've learned this year, things you've been working on, anything, obviously, if you want to share it. I would love to read and connect with y'all on, you know, how we're doing and the things that we're doing for ourselves and those that we love. I do like blush, okay? I put on quite a lot, I know. It looks like the first dot is like in the middle of the eyelid. I think it's supposed to be like lined up with your pupil. I don't know if that was very good. Are you in love with me yet? All right. I didn't put on any bottom shadow, so I'm gonna do that. I'll do that first. Kind of like a brown, reddish brown color. This looks a lot pinker. All the pinks and oranges look a lot stronger on camera than they are in real life. So like, I know my blush looks a lot more intense. I usually don't mind for streaming purposes for like the whole e-girl aesthetic. But I am aware that it looks a little different for y'all than it does for me. And it could look different because I know my monitors, I don't know, you know, technology, child. I'm just gonna blend this out with whatever was left over on my eyeshadow brush. All right, so the second dot, or the bottom dot, I got a lot of creases under my eye though. How do I do this? It's supposed to be that close to the eye. Uh-oh. Did I mess it up? That's also kind of not a dot. I like messed it up and then I'm gonna we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Good thing for me, I can just edit that out. Just gonna cover it with the same color eyeshadow. And we'll just try again. All right, we'll do it a little lower. Maybe like there. I think that looks better. See, I told you I had a bunch of creases in my eye. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I can't. This is not eye bag friendly. We're gonna try it once more. Oh shit, I need to stop looking around because I got this on my other eye. I don't even know what to, like, I don't know what to do. Oh my. Ah. I'm gonna try and just conceal, don't feel, put on a show. All right, we're recovering. I think a little bit more concealer on both sides, to be honest. I'll set it with a little powder and it will be okay. This really is just further playing into my point I was trying to make earlier about how you can't let the little things stop you. Because if I would have let that be the end of the video, it would have been so sad. All right, we did it. Are you in love with me? I guess I'm gonna put on lashes and a wig and change, and then I'll come back with like the final look. Okay, the service person is almost here, so I have to do this outro quickly, but this is the final look. I just threw on one of my wigs and I've really been loving this choker. This is actually a birthday present from Slay Bay Bay, who you all should also subscribe to on YouTube if you are not already. I'll link her channel down below. I'll also link the link to get this crew neck. This is from Desiree, another amazing community member, friend of mine. So all of that and their channels will be linked down below. So as I mentioned earlier, you can follow me on all my socials because I do a lot on a lot of different platforms. So find what you like on my link tree. I will list that down below. And yeah, I am going to try and be more consistent with creating content on YouTube. I say this every single time. I've been saying this for years, but I'm really going to try this time. I am feeling really inspired and I just gotta find the road that I want to go down and stick to it and kind of not let anyone stop me. So that's what I'm going to be working on doing going into the next year. I look forward to hearing about what you guys have learned in this past year. And until next time, from one mess to another, peace, Sasquatch. Bye, y'all.